Hi everybody, welcome back to the House of Floss and Fluff. My name is Carrie. Thank you guys for joining me. Today is Friday, December 6th, and it has been a hot minute since I have done a video. It's been over a month. November was kind of crazy, and I will talk a little bit more about that in a few minutes. But I figured I would start from kind of the most recent stuff that's been happening and just work our way back. And then, of course, we'll get into what I've been working on because you guys are here more than likely because this is a Flosstube, which is all about cross stitch, mainly cross stitch. Sometimes I throw in a little bit of punch needle and hand embroidery, but mainly cross stitch. So anyway, as for life updates, like I said, I figured I'd start most recent, which probably tell most recent. I went and got my hair cut and dyed yesterday. So I love it. It's been about 2 years since I've had my hair dyed. So I'm excited. I like it. I like the change. And it's very festive for Christmas. So let's see, other than that, last weekend, I had actually intended to record a video last Saturday. Woke up Saturday morning and I felt like I had gargled with a bag of rocks. My throat was so sore. So I ended up with a head cold. Pretty much over it now. Just got a little bit of almost like an allergy symptoms, just a little bit of a stuffy nose, sneezing. So I'm hoping to make it through this video without sneezing or snuffling too much, but we'll see. We're gonna try. So of course I do want to say, you know, a happy belated Thanksgiving to all of those that have celebrated. I hope you guys had a fantastic day. Hope you guys, whenever you celebrate, I hope you had a fantastic time. Lots of good food, lots of great times with family and friends. And of course, if you don't celebrate, I still hope you had a fantastic week, full of everything that brings you happiness. So we kind of celebrated. It was hard because my husband had to work, so it was just the kiddo and I. I did not make a turkey because I am not the one that cooks turkey. No, my husband is actually the cook in the family, so he does the turkey and all of the accoutrements that go with it. I make the dessert, which is usually pumpkin pie or something. But so like I said, he was working, so it was just kiddo and I. I decided to go ahead and make a meatloaf in the crock pot, which is something I've always wanted to try. Yeah, the kiddo was not that thrilled with it. Meatloaf is one of my favorites, but not one of his favorites. So I have already declared that if my husband has to work next year on Thanksgiving, we are having Thanksgiving tacos because that's what my kid wants. So we'll make Thanksgiving tacos and have pumpkin pie. It's all good. So when my husband was home then for his break from work, we did make more of a traditional Thanksgiving and it was very good. So yeah. So then let's see. So now we're back to November and the reason why I've been absent in recording videos. So if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen the Instagram story that I had posted. My grandma passed away on November 15th. About a year and a half ago, she had been diagnosed with gallbladder cancer, and it was relatively soon after she had gotten diagnosed, we were able to make it downstate for the summer to visit with her for a little bit, which was very nice. She had been doing pretty good. She decided to forego treatment after the diagnosis, but up until about 4 to 6 weeks ago, she'd been doing okay. And then, like I said, 4 to 6 weeks ago, her health really started to decline. She passed away peacefully in her home with family, like I said, on the 15th of November. So the following week was the funeral, and we did go down. It's about an 8-hour drive, between 7 and 8 hours for us. So we went down on Monday. Tuesday was the funeral, and then we were home on Wednesday. So it was a very quick trip. I was extremely tired. That trip just knocks me out when we have to make it that fast. The funeral itself was was wonderful. It was a very nice funeral service. It was funny because my grandma had time to kind of coordinate and plan everything, and she's a planner. The pastor had said that many times in his eulogy that my grandma was a planner. She had the funeral all planned out and everything. And my husband kind of whispered in my ear a little bit later, and he's like, yep, now I know where you get it from, because that's me. I'm a planner. Like, I have to have A, B, C, D all in line, and then I'm happy, you know. So I have to plan. So I get it from my grandma. I now know where I get it from. But like I said, it was a very nice service. Got to see lots of family. You know, unfortunately, there's a family that you only get to see at weddings and funerals. And so for some, it's been 7-10 years since I saw them. So that was nice. you know, not the reason why we were there, but it was nice to get to see them. So yeah. So I do want to say a huge thank you. So many people reached out and sent me condolences and hugs and just letting me know that I was in their thoughts and their prayers. And I can't say thank you enough. From the bottom of my heart, that was the most special thing ever, to just see everyone come out and just wish me, you know, wish me as well as I could be at the time. And so I am doing okay. I've had several people ask, I'm doing okay. You know, it's hard, you know. My grandma and I were very close, and we got even closer after my dad died. So I do miss my weekly phone calls. She usually always called once a week. I really missed the phone call. Usually she would call a couple days before Thanksgiving, and so I really missed that phone call. But, you know, I'm doing okay. Unfortunately, this was not unexpected, and it sucks, but it is part of life, you know. So anyway, with that, I did come home with some things when we were downstate, because no one else in the family is really a crafter besides me. So my grandma was a needle pointer and a knitter. So I got sent home with a gallon-sized bag of DMC floss. So I'm not a needle pointer, so I didn't know if she used DMC or, you know, I don't know, but I got floss, so that's awesome. So now I have 3 generations worth of DMC thread in my family, because or in my house, I have my grandma's, I have my mom's, and I have mine. So that's cool. I think that's really cool that there are, you know, 3 generations of needle workers in my house. They're things, at least, you know. And then, so like I said, my grandma was a knitter, like I said, and nobody else in the family is really crafty. So I got sent home with the yarn and her knitting. Now, I have never knit before. Well, I've knitted on one of those knitting machines back in like the 90s. So, I mean, that would be the most that I've ever done. And honestly, it intimidates the crap out of me, because I tried to crochet. Epic fail. I could get to like the 3rd row and then it would all just fall apart on me. I don't know what I was doing wrong. But anyway, so I was really nervous. You know, I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get this. So this past Wednesday, this week, I decided, I don't know what it was, but I just wasn't really feeling in the cross stitch mood. So I pulled out a couple of my grandma's knitting needles, pulled out some yarn, and just started watching tutorials on YouTube. So I knitted something. Yes, I did. It is very rough, of course. There's holes. I dropped stitches, you know, but I learned how to cast on. I can do the knit stitch, and I can even purl. I did a purl in there, and I can cast off, which I think casting off is probably the most difficult part next to the purl, but I did it. So I did that, and I've actually started another one. I've tried to be a little bit more careful on this one, but I did manage to drop a stitch, but then somehow a couple rows above, I picked it back up. I don't know. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. This is all just knit. No purl on this one, just knit. So what I'm kind of doing, and my plan going forward, at least for this month, because I have a ton of cross stitch stuff that I want to get done for the holidays. So my plan is to just kind of work on something like this, which this is going to be nothing. I mean, it's just one of the, you know, it's just a practice. But my plan is to basically sit down and work on this like a half an hour to an hour a day, just to kind of get my hands used to doing knitting, because I've never done it before. So my hands are actually really sore. So I'm just kind of working on my muscle memory, but yeah. So I can knit, kind of. I can knit, but there might be a hole in it, but it's okay, you know. So my grandma had always kind of intended to teach me how to knit. And so in a way, she has now finally taught me how to knit. So I think that's awesome. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find places to put stuff, because it's crazy. But anyway, so along with the crafting stuff that I got, my grandma had also set aside a box of things with my name on it that, you know, I think she went through and kind of picked out things for the family to have. And so we came home and we had photo albums and, you know, some other family things. And then there were a couple pieces of needlework. So like I said, my grandma was a needle pointer. And so when my husband was kind of going through things a little bit before we got home, he had said there was some needlework in there. And I said, oh, okay, we must have gotten a couple of pieces of my grandma's needlepoint. He said, no, I don't think it's needlepoint. It looks like cross stitch. So I was like, well, I don't know, maybe grandma cross stitched at some point. I don't know. So we got home, pulled them out, and I started looking at them. I'm going to show you guys, this is the big one. Okay, and I'm not gonna be able to get it all in here. I'd have to back the camera up a little bit. And the only reason that I put the washi tape is this is basically my history on my dad's side. And so there's some names and dates and stuff. But it is, you know, it is cross stitch. So like I said, we pulled it out and I was looking at it. I'm like, yeah, that is cross stitch. And I'm trying to remember. I'm like, I do not remember grandma cross stitching. So I'm looking down at the bottom of it, and right down in the bottom corner, I'm looking, and those are my mom's initials. So this is a piece that my mom had stitched for my grandma and grandpa. Now my mom passed away, it'll be 20 years this in the new year. And my mom was a very active crafter. She cross-stitched, she knitted, she sewed, and towards the end she did a lot of woodworking where she would cut out the pieces on the scroll saw, paint them. She was just an amazing artist. And I don't have a lot of her finished things because most of the stuff she did, she gave away as gifts. And I don't have any of her fully finished cross-stitch. I have a few pieces that I have to finish, but I didn't have anything fully finished. And now I do. So this is the most amazing gift I could have ever gotten because it's a piece of my mom. So, oh, and I'm sorry. I get a little weepy every time I talk about it. And my husband said the look on my face when I figured out that this was by my mom, he said that it was just priceless, you know. So not only do I have this beautiful one, I also have, so I go from having none of her cross stitch. Hold on. Ooh. Just don't want it to go crashing on the floor. I now have two pieces. So she did this one. And this is the Serenity Prayer, which I had to laugh because my husband came up and he's like, yeah, the other one is the Serenity. It's the Serenity Prayer. And I was like, oh, that's my mom's favorite prayer. And so sure enough, yeah, my mom had stitched this one for my grandparents too. It does have a little stain on it. I don't know if I'm going to bother trying to clean that out because, I mean, I probably could clean it because this is just a plain, like an off-white Aida. It's not a hand-dyed, and there's no hand-dyed floss or anything. This would just be all DMC. But I now have two pieces that were stitched and fully finished by my mom, and I do have to laugh. She fully finishes like I do. I was so proud because that's how I fully finish things. It's just, you know, I just want it done. And, you know, as long as it looks fantastic here, I don't care what it looks like on the back. So I just had to laugh that my mom fully finishes things the same way I do. So that's what I came home with after, you know, after the sadness and everything. So it made me very happy to have those here. And I can't wait to put them up in the house. So, okay. So as if I have not talked long enough, I've talked, I think, 13 minutes. So we're going to move in now to what I've been working on. And I've got a couple fully finished things to show you guys. So I started out November really great. The first 3 days of November, I had finishes. That's awesome. They were all small, but they were still finishes. So the first one that I pulled out, well, this technically wasn't the first one I finished. I actually finished this on November 3rd. But I had started this Santa here. This is the Old World Santas 2 from Perry Schooler. I had started this guy here back July 25th for Jolly July. And I don't know why I didn't finish him at that time. Like, I was really close to being done. So I pulled him back out on the 3rd and finished him up. And I'm looking at my piece of fabric because I had used just a little scrap kind of piece of 40 count R&R linen. I think it's Old Town Blend, I'm pretty sure. And I'm looking at this, you know, little piece of fabric, and I'm like, I got enough here that I can stitch another Santa next to him. So that's what I did. So I went ahead and I stitched this one down here in the gold, and then I finished them. So I finished them together. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Oh, I told you, there's stuff everywhere. So I finished them together on one pillow. And I love this. It came out so cute. This is kind of the idea that I had in my head, and it just turned out perfect. So there's the green one. And then the other one, the gold one. And the use of color in Prairie Schooler, because I stitched this in all the called for colors except for the skin tone, because I didn't have the called for. So I just had to change it up a little bit. But all the rest, I mean, their use of color is beautiful. So the back is just this pretty blue fabric with the green, or not green, it's blue with white and gold trees. And so I stitched the whole pillow together. And you know, I do that by hand. I stitched by hand. And then I did a slit right here in the middle. And I kind of used that slit to guide where I would put my twine to separate the two Santas. And then I put the twine all the way around, have the little rusty safety pin down here. And I got 2 rusty jingle bells, and I put the bow and the little berry things. And then there is a little button on the back to kind of hide some of the back. But I love this. I love this so much. It's so cute. So I did use the rusty bells, and the rusty safety pin are new purchases, which I will show you guys here in a few minutes, but I had to use them right away because I knew that I wanted them for this piece. And so I love it, and I want to do more. I want to make more like that. I just absolutely adore how he came out. Ooh. Let's see if I can set him up there. Okay. And my poor shelves are kind of, yeah, I'm in the middle of putting away all of the Halloween stuff and starting to get out the Christmas stuff. I think this weekend we're good, or not, yeah, this coming weekend we're probably going to get out most of the Christmas stuff. But anyway, so next finish. So I pulled out this one. This is Redwork Santas. And I decided to just, you know, I don't even remember which one I started with. I don't know. I think it was this one. But again, I still had this little itty bitty piece now of that 40 count R&R linen. And so I stitched one of those on there. And then I took it to Walmart, and I'm like, how am I going to finish this? And, you know, I had the little Santa, and I was putting it on some, you know, I was looking at different things. I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I found a birdhouse. Yeah, I found a birdhouse. And so I finished my Redwork Santas on this birdhouse. So the birdhouse is in the craft section at Walmart with the unpainted wood. So I painted him, well, my husband actually picked out the colors, and so he picked out a Christmas red for the roof. Then I painted the whole thing white, and then painted the center part green, and then distressed it, and then did the little Christmas trees, and I absolutely love it. Aren't they cute? So each Santa is mounted on sticky board with a little bit of batting. And then I did the twine around, and then they are put onto the wall of the birdhouse. And each one has a different button to kind of hide where the twine meets. And then for the front, I wanted cardinals. And I couldn't find any cardinals that were small enough to fit on here nicely. So I just took kind of a cardinal silhouette and traced that onto the fabric, back stitched it so you can see the outline. And then that's the female cardinal. And then I just stuffed them. Actually, I used a little bit of extra batting that I had left over, and I just stuffed it with that. But it turned out, I think it turned out so cute. And I love the Santas. They're all on 40 count. And they're all different, you know, the called for colors are just red and green. And so I used a different red and green on each one. So they each have just a little different look. But I love it. Love it. And then I did the bow, the little bow on top, which the ribbon I got from Walmart. And then I did the little rusty button in there. Or not rusty button, rusty jingle bell. But yeah, I love that. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with that. I don't know if I'll do another one because finishing all those little Santas was, you know, that was a lot. It was a lot of glue. My fingers were so glued by the time, and I burned them because I had to use hot glue, and I don't know if I want to do another one. But it's really cute, so we'll see. Okay, so then I do have a couple of just finishes. I have not FFO'd them yet, but I did finish them. So this one is Prim Turkey, and it is by Joyce Reid. And you can find it in the 2017 fall issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And I love how it looks. I stitched this on Ossenberg linen that I had put in a little bit of coffee, a little bit of vanilla. So, and I did not use the colorful colors. I used whatever colors I had on hand, but I love it. So very cute. Probably get turned into a pillow here eventually. I just have not gotten around to that yet. I got busy with the Santas. I wanted to fully finish those Santas, so. And then I finished Harvest by Rovaris, or Rovaris, I'm not sure how you say that. So I finished this one. And so there it is. Oh, I always forget linen. There we go. And I think it turned out very cute. Oops, let's see. Well, I suppose you guys want to see the piece and not my face, so I can hide my face. I changed all of the colors in this one. Again, I just used colors that I had on hand. I love the little squirrels up top. I stitched this on a 40 count. This is Light Exemplar from Lakeside Linens. I love it. I love the leaf. That's my favorite part, is that red maple leaf. And the reason I haven't finished this one is I'm not sure. So my plan was to finish this in a drum because that's how they showed it on the model. So my plan was to finish it into a drum. And then I stitched it on 40 count. And so it's tiny. And I'm like, should I make that into a drum? I don't know. Should I make I don't know, can you make a mini drum? I don't know. I've never made a drum before. So I got stymied with that. Should I make it a mini drum? Should I just make it into a pillow? I don't know. Hold on. Ugh. Okay, I have a box down there that's supposed to hold my stuff, and yeah, it doesn't want to now. Okay, so on to whips. This was actually a new start. This is, if I can get it open here. This is from Bed Creek. It is called Snowman of Snowflakes, and it's the whole kit. So this is one where you get the 18 count linen, and you use the pearl cotton. You stitch 2/1, or no. You stitch 2/1. Brain just totally blanked there for a second. Okay, and I need something to go behind this. And that is where I am. This actually stitches fairly quickly. I should have this done relatively soon. But I wanted to start a small one because I bought a larger kit. I bought the Noah's Ark. Is it like the mantelpiece, the Noah's Ark one? So it's huge, and it comes with all of it. It comes with this. It comes with the 18 count linen. It comes with the pearl cotton, and I've never worked with that before. So I wanted to see if I liked it before I just went ahead and jumped into that piece because it's huge. So it's okay to stitch on. It kind of reminds me of stitching with plastic canvas and yarn. That's what it reminds me of. But it's coming out nice, I think. And what I'd like to do is actually stitch this twice. Hold on. Time out a second. I'm trying to figure out where to put stuff. Okay. Anyway, I would like to stitch this twice. Stitch it as the called for with the kit, and then stitch it again on like a 40 count. So you get like the big one and then the tiny little one. I don't know why, but I think that would be fun. I don't know. Well, let's see. Can I get this back in here? That's the challenge. There we go. Okay, so then up next, as we shuffle everything around. Okay, so then I did work on Thankful Quaker from Bent Creek. Okay, this bag is a mess because I've actually got 2 projects in here. So this is Thankful Quaker. So I worked on that for a little bit. Yes, I am working I'm working 2 projects on this fabric. So that is where I am now. So I added in a fair amount since, you know, I think I just started this when I first showed you guys. So I mean, I've added in quite a bit to it. And this is pretty much the corner over here. So it's actually not very big. For some reason, I thought it was going to be huge, but it's actually not very big. And I'm stitching this on a 40 count summer khaki. Is that what it is? Hold on. Sampler khaki. And I believe that's from XG Designs, and I got it through Teresa Kitten Stitcher on her website. So, and I'm stitching this in none of the called fors. I just pulled some stuff. But I think that's really cute. I really like this one. I'd like to get back and finish that one. Okay, and since I have this stuff out, I might as well show you guys. This is the one I've been working on the most lately because it's going to be a Christmas gift from my aunt. And it is called Pole to Pole. It is from the most recent issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. The designer is Thistles, and what I will do is I will insert a picture here of what the model is going to look like, because mine's very different from the model. And that is where I am. So I'm pretty close. I'm getting close to having it finished. I hope to work on, my plan is to work on this one until it's done. I don't really have a choice because, like I said, it's going to be a Christmas gift. So, like I said, I changed everything. The called for in this is Belsois, and I had none of the called for colors. So I changed all of it. And we were at Michael's. We taken a little road trip back, I don't even know now, sometime in November. And while we were there, I was kitting up a punch needle piece. And then I decided, because they had some of the single skeins of the DMC Etoile, so I hope you can see the sparkle. I decided I wanted to change, especially the Northern Lights. I wanted to change that, because I'm assuming that's what that is. I wanted to change that and put the Etoile in there. And then I'm also using, my husband helped me pick out all the colors. And then we're also using the Etoile here in the mountain. I love it. I really like the DMC Etoile. It's really, really nice to work with. And it works well in 40 count even, you know. So I love it. I kind of don't want to give it away as a gift. I think that's a good thing when you like something so much that you just want to keep it. I don't know. Is that the testament of a good gift then, that you want to keep it? So I might have to stitch, I will probably have to stitch that one again for myself, because I just really like how it's coming together. Okay. And that is the pattern. Sorry. Okay. Up next, where are we? I don't even know where we are anymore. Okay. This was a new start. Actually, these next couple are new starts. So I took a project with me when we went down for the funeral, and I decided to go ahead and start this Woodland Santa here because I love this. I love all of these. And new starts kind of make me happy. So I thought, you know, I'm obviously going to be a little sad after the funeral. So I start something fun that I've wanted to work on. And I love, because he's got the squirrel sitting on his back. And it did. It helped me. It cheered me up. So worked on this quite a bit. And I'm stitching this on... It's a 32 count. Do I have the tag in here? Yes. Oh, it's 32 count Heartland from Picture This Plus. Okay. And I'm stitching this in all of the called for DMCs, which some of the called for DMCs was a purchase too that you guys have not seen yet, but I had to start him. Isn't he beautiful? Oh, I love it. Love, love, love it. So my tree is off a little bit. It's off by one stitch, and I can't find it, and I'm not going to rip it out. So I'm fudging. I'm fudging because it is one stitch. So I think it's going to be okay. But everything else so far, knock on wood, is shaping up pretty nice. Love it. Even the white is looking pretty good. I hate stitching in white, but even the white is looking all right so far. Oh, but I just love it. But I will say, so I started this one, and I have been mainly working on 40 count up until this point. So I started stitching this one and stitching 2 over 2 on 32 count. I'm like, this is gigantic. Look at those stitches. Look at that little squirrel. He is just enormous compared to the other pieces that I've been working on. So yeah, going from 40 count to 32 count, a little strange, but that's okay. Okay, so then next new start, Because I am obsessed with Prairie Schooler Santas right now. I love them. Started this one here. This is Designer Series 96 through 99. I have no idea what year he actually is. I don't think it says on here. But yeah, I love him. So I decided to stitch him on 14 count Aida. And I do have a reason why. But this is that Carolina linen. And they're my pathetic little start. And I'm stitching this one in most of the called for, but I did change the color of the red color. I'm using a floss that Candy had dyed and had sent me, I think, in a Biscornu or for my birthday or something. I don't know. But I love it. It's very dark. It's very pretty. But the reason I'm stitching him on the Carolina, or on the Aida, sorry. I haven't done a video in a while. Don't you hate that when your brain is going faster than what your mouth can talk? So the reason I'm stitching him on Aida is because I want to finish him into a stick frame. And if you're new to my channel and you're like, what the heck is a stick frame? Well, this is the stick frame. So this was this is Snowflower Diaries, and I believe it's in either the 2016 or 2017 just cross stitch Halloween ornament issue. Anyway, so this is the stick frame. And so I want to finish this guy into something like this. And this is actually the same linen. This is, or not linen, but same Aida. That is that Carolina linen. So I have not tried to do any other type of fabric in the stick frames. I've just done Aida, and I know Aida works. So I'm a little leery of trying linen because, you know, this has a nice heft to it. So I think, you know, it holds up well because you sew it onto the frame itself. So we'll go with Aida. I'm cool with Aida. And even weave might, like, Monaco might work okay with the stick frames. And I mean, a linen might work fine. I just haven't personally tried it. And I know the Aida works. So I'm just going with what I know works, because it should hopefully prove to be less stressful down the road, right? That's the plan. Things don't always go to plan, though. Okay, so this was, I think this is a new start since I've done a video. So my husband had picked this book out on one of our trips to the Stitching Bee. He loved this. This thing is huge. Huge. It's really big for me because I don't normally stitch very large pieces. This is 298 by 159. So this will probably take me 10 years. And they're specialty stitches. But what I like about this book is that it actually goes into, you know, pick out little motifs and make ornaments. So that's what I'm doing because, you know, it's going to, like I said, it's going to take me 10 years before this whole piece is done. So I picked out this little one here. And I decided to go ahead and stitch it all in silks. And I'm stitching this on 40 count. It is a Lakeside linen. And I got it from the Stitching Bee too. And I don't seem to have the tag. I can't remember, but it is a Lakeside linen. And I changed, like I said, I changed all the colors to silks, except for this dark color here. That is Cherry Bark, which is what? Gentle Arts, Cherry Bark. Okay, so I had trouble picking out colors. I'm still not 100% happy with my colors, but I'm just moving forward at this point. And I believe, yep, this little motif here, this little flower here is off, so I had to go rip that out. But it is very pretty, and I wanted to do it on a 40 count because I plan to put this in a hoop then and finish it as like a little Christmas ornament in a hoop. So I think that's going to be really pretty. And I would love to do, I had the idea, because all of these are in red and green and gold, but I had the idea to take one of these motifs, like maybe this one here, and do it in blues, because, you know, blue is my favorite color, and so I think one of those in blues would be really pretty. So there we go. So I'm stitching that kind of for my husband, you know, since it's going to take me forever to actually stitch the whole piece. Okay, and last piece, I think, hold on. I have notes here and I taped them to my tripod. Oh yeah, this is the last one. Okay, so I'm stitching this with Amy from Amy Loves Toads. I actually did, so technically we started it on December 1st. I had started it though back in August, I think, but I didn't have very much done. So, you know, the big start was on December 1st with Amy, and it is Christmas is Coming from Barbara Anna Designs, and I don't have the overall picture because I just have the PDF, and so I'm going to insert the model picture here, and that is where I am now. So I did not get as much done as I was hoping. I was really hoping to get more done, but I love this already. I love that little snail. He's so cute. I'm stitching this on a 40 count. Oh boy, I don't know. This might be a mystery. I don't think I have a tag in here. I think this might be a hand-dyed by Rolanda. I think, but I'm not positive. But it's beautiful. It's a very pretty gold color. Yeah, I think this is a hand-dyed by Rolanda. And I changed all of the colors, but I picked Fancy Floss that is similar in shade to the called fors. And then I decided, so I was debating what I was going to do with Santa's jacket, because I think Amy was going to switch hers to red, and so I had pulled a red, and then I was thinking more about it, and I've got the Christmas hair, Santa riding the Christmas hare. I finished that last year, and I did that in the gold, so I thought, well, maybe I should do him in the charted gold color so he'll match him. Well, I decided, because the little snail's hat matches Santa's jacket, I am going to stitch him in the yellow etoile. I don't know if you can see the sparkle, but I'm excited. So he's going to have the yellow jacket, but it's going to be done in the etoile, so it's going to have a little bit of sparkle to it. And that probably will not get done for this Christmas, but you never know. Miracles do happen, so you never know. I might bust that out quick. I doubt it, but you never know. Okay, so that's everything. Yay, that's everything that I have stitched. Wow, it's been a lot. It's been a lot, actually. Okay. Haul and stitchy kindness. Yeah. Like I said, it's been a month, so I've actually done pretty good with it being a month. So first and foremost, I did receive a beautiful thank you card. Isn't that cute? And this adorable needle minder. How sweet is he? I love it. And this came from Tammy. So thank you so much, Tammy. I love this. This is amazing. So sweet. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. What is this? I don't even know what all this is anymore. This came from Needle Case Goodies. Oh, this was a pre-order, I think. Yeah, this was a pre-order. Okay. So this is Needle Case Goodies on Etsy. I got the Patchwork Deer from Heart and Hand. My husband liked this one. I don't know, probably doing this, the patchwork part is going to destroy me. It's with how I stitch, doing intricate stuff like that is sometimes is a pain, but it's beautiful. And then I had to get a couple of the new Brenda Gervais. This is Souvenirs of the Heart. I love that. It has the squirrels on it. You guys knew. I knew I was gonna have to bring that home. And then I don't know, I'm loving the Santas this year. So this is Merry Old Soul. He's just so cute, and I love his little snowman stocking. So, like I said, something about the Santas this year. I want all the Santas. Okay, so there's that. And then I bought, like I said, I bought a whole bunch of the rusty Jingle Bells because I did not know what size I was going to need. So I bought 3 different sizes. So these are 2 of them. And these are from Supplies from the Shed on Etsy. And I always put the links to everything. I try to put links to everything underneath my videos and the little does. And then these are the ones I think I ended up using quite a bit. And I think I believe my camera just cut me off, and so this is going to be squished together, but that's okay. And then I got snowflakes, rusty snowflakes, and I got rusty stars, and then the pins. All right. Mo sale. These were 2 separate orders. This was, I think, her most recent. This was Christmas stuff. So I got a few of those, and then just a whole bunch of different cottons. I'm not going to go through them all separately because the stack. This is Kathy, Dying for Cross Stitch on Facebook. I love her threads. They're very pretty. So those are some of hers. And then Lori from Seraphim. I'm sorry, this bag is so crinkly. But like I said, I keep everything in bags because if I don't, the Newfie will be all over it. Okay, get rid of that bag. So Lori at Seraphim Fabric was doing a sale on her Facebook. So this is funny because my husband actually went in and claimed these fabrics and then had to then text me and be like, oh, you're going to be getting an invoice for fabric. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So this is 36 count butternut. And this is a 1/8. This would be a fat 1/8. So very pretty. And I don't know, it's kind of, my light's kind of washing out, but not too bad. And then this is 32 count. Is it called Fest? I don't know. I don't know if it's got a name, but this is a fat quarter. And yeah, isn't that pretty? It's very, very pretty. So I like that one. And then this is, which one is this? Oh, it's a black card and a black pen. You know, I have no idea. It's a discontinued. It's a 32 count. I don't know what the color is, but unfortunately it's been discontinued because it's very, very pretty. I like that one a lot. And then the last one, let's see. Okay, it has no name. So it's another 32 count. But a little different, kind of a rusty color. So yes, so my husband did a really good job picking out because those are gorgeous. And I mean, I love Lori's fabric. I own a lot of her fabric. Her fabric is wonderful to stitch on. Okay. So then, okay, so I have 2 DMC orders here. So first order was mainly just for fabric. I just wanted some neutrals, 40 count neutrals. But I did pick up from the Blue Flower the Winter Squirrel because he is so cute in his little sweater. I just love him. So I had to get him. Oh, and then I did pick up, these were my floss for November. Because what I do, I'm not in a club right now. What I just do, because I'm trying to build up my Gentle Arts, Classic Colorworks, and weeks, is I just go on and randomly pick anywhere from 5 to 10 skeins. So those were the colors that I got this time. So those are very pretty. And then my neutrals, my 40 count neutrals. So this is 40 count Mallow, which is kind of almost a raw natural. Well, not really a raw natural, but it's very light. And then this is Summer Khaki. I love Summer Khaki. I have this in many different counts. And Woodland. So got those. Like I said, good neutrals. Always need neutrals. So then I placed another order because I needed floss this is for all of the Prairie Schooler Santas. Told you I am obsessed. Yeah. So I got floss for all of those. I do have a couple hand-dyeds in here for other purchases that I made. I bought a couple hand-dyed reds and, oh, I didn't think to pull these out before, and a couple hand-dyed kind of white colors. And you'll see in a second why I got those. So then I did order a couple pieces of, 2 more pieces of 40 count fabric. So when I placed them into my cart, I could have sworn that I ordered 2 different colors of 40 count fabric. And I get my receipt I'm looking at my receipt a couple days later to check how my order is going, if it's, shipped yet. And I noticed I ordered the same color twice. It's a beautiful color. It is water green. So it's a very light kind of blue. It's very, very pretty. Good thing it's a neutral color. And I had no plans for it. So, it'll come in handy. It'll get used, but yeah. I need to learn to read a little bit better, apparently, before I check out. Okay, we're almost at the end, I promise. We're almost at the end. Okay, so I did place an order to Homespun Elegance on Etsy because I love their patterns. So I got Snowman. This is Snowman Button Sampler. How cute is that? So stinking cute. And so now you can see why I got the white, the overdyed white. And there are, there's little snowman buttons in each corner. But I think what I might do is use those Rusty Star and put those in the corners because I think those would be cute. And like I said, I'm obsessed with I'm obsessed with snowman too, but I'm obsessed with Santa this year, with Santas, and I love these. So these are cinnamon stick Santas, Santa's Aplenty one. Look at that. And now you know I had to get the hand-dyed red. Aren't those gorgeous? I'm sorry. I know I'm not going to take them out of the bag right now. I'm sorry, you guys. And then this was the last one. This is Delivering Flurries. Look at that bird. That is why I got the hand-dyed red. It's not the called for hand-dyed red, but I just like that red. So, oh, I love it. Can't wait to do that one. Okay, and now we get into all the Prairie Schoolers. And I don't remember where this order came from. I think this was, oh no, I don't remember. I can't remember if this was Threads and Twine. Yes, this was Threads and Twine. Yes, I had ordered from there. Wow, it's been a month, you guys, because they had a sale. And so I picked up, this is Santa's Revisited 3, 1987, 1993, and 1996. And I love this one here. I love them all, but that's my favorite one. Oh, love that. And then I got St. Nicholas 2. Yep. Awesome. And then I got Santa's Revisited, was that 4? Yeah. 86, 88, and 92. And I had to get that one for the Fisher one because my husband likes to fish. So, again, I love them all. And then this is Old World Santas. This is the first one. Oh, they're just so, I love them. I'm obsessed. And I may or may not have ordered a few more over Black Friday. I was good though. I think I only placed 2 orders on Black Friday. So that was good. Yeah. So that's everything. It's everything it's all the stuff that I have stitched, I have finished, all the stuff all of the goodies I have purchased. I am obsessed with the Prairie Schooler Santas right now. I will have a Prairie Schooler Santa tree eventually. That is my goal. We'll see. Maybe next Christmas. Who knows? Okay, so let's do the giveaway winners from my last video. So, sorry, I got my notes down here. So the winner of the Cross Stitch Crazy, what is this one? January 2015. This was issue 198. And you're going to say Polar Bear. And the winner of that is Gigi Stitches. So congratulations, Gigi. You win the magazine. And then the winner of the ornaments, this was the Leisure Arts. This is Leaflet 197. And the winner of this is Jeannie Pickens. So congratulations, Jeannie. So what I will do is I will comment on your comment from my last video and I'll provide you with my email address. So just shoot me an email with your physical mailing address and I will get those into the mail to you. So I don't have a giveaway for this video because I am a little bit behind on getting things out. And so I need to do that. So I don't want to overwhelm myself too much because we're getting close to Christmas and I'm already feeling that overwhelm a little bit. So we're going to forgo the giveaway for this week or for this video. And so I can get caught back up on everything. Okay. So thank you guys so much for sitting and visiting with me today. It has been a long video. It has been kind of all over the place. I'm trying to get back into the groove of everything. So I hope you all are having a fantastic beginning to December. I hope you guys are just staying warm and doing really well. We have been hit with snow here. We got hit this past weekend and we got about a foot of snow. So I have one very happy newfie and kind of everyone else is, you know, it is what it is. It's snow. It's winter. It's going to snow where we live. So Anyway, so like I said, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Hope you guys have an amazing upcoming week. Get lots of stitching in, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye, everybody.